Heidi ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old den of tools. And today we're going to tell you about tool cabinets, all right? We're talking rolling cabinets, and we're going to probably have to do a series on this because let's be honest, there's a lot out there. You can look at DIY level, you can look at prosumer, you can look all the way at the super high-end pro snap-on kind of level, stuff like that. And then there's also the size of the cabinet. Maybe you need a big 70-inch or bigger cabinet. Maybe you need a medium kind of a 40 to 60. Maybe you need something small, sub 40 kind of size. So we're going to start off on the bottom level here. We're talking about the sub 40-inch cabinets, and we're talking about, again, roller cabinets here. We're not talking about tool chests or not tool chests, but tool carts where the top opens or something like that. We're talking about something you can actually store tools in, but you can also kind of use it like a tool cart. They're really multifunction. They fit in a lot of different spaces. We're trying to keep it sub $500 in this case. And also remember, there's different heights in these. So when we talk about them, just think about this. A lower one means more for heavy duty kind of work, or maybe using it as a tool stand. A medium one is going to be your average kind of work. And for detailed work, you're going to want something that's up there pretty high. The first off we're going to try and start at the low end. We're looking at the Husky 26.5 inch wide by 18 inch deep. And I think it's 30 inches high. Let me come down here. 30.688 inches high. All right, drawer weight is 50 pounds. This is a really light duty little cabinet. $169, that was a lightweight kind of price. Now, is this going to be great for putting a ton of sockets and stuff in? Absolutely not. That is not what this is for. But this makes, again, I talk about using these as tool stands. You put a slab of wood on there to really sturdy up the top. You could bolt something to it. Also makes great use for accessories. Also maybe as your rolling tool cart kind of stuff. Now, I get it. For those of you who work in a shop, you like carts like this because you can close the top, you can lock it, and you can just leave everything there. Well, for the home gamer, the person who's shopping for this, they're not really worried about locking up their tools. They can just shut the garage door. So that's not an issue. That's why you might want to consider something like this. This is going to be the bottom of the barrel. This is a super lightweight cabinet. It's not going to take a good beating or anything like that, but it does have some uses. Now, the other end over at Home Depot is something like this gear wrench. Now you're getting into the prosumer, maybe even budget pro kind of range. You're looking at a 26-inch cabinet here. Again, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, it's very much the same kind of thing as this, but definitely a better built construction. I would not say it's not the most robust we're going to look at. Now, this is going to have a bit more weight capacity, so you could put some sockets and stuff in the top one. Remember, the drawers in this are going to be rated at 100 pounds each. It does have something to do with the drawer. More, it has to do with the slides and the ability of the slide to support that weight, and when you extend it all the way out. $500 though, that's going to be a real specialty kind of use purpose. All right, now we're over at Lowe's, and they got their bargain basement one and coming in at Craftsman at $189. Let me double check that. Husky was $169, so $20 more for the Craftsman name. Sadly, this is not up to the old school. If you're looking at old school Craftsman kind of cabinets, this is not it. This is, again, another very budget kind of box. You're looking at 26.5 inches wide, 32 inches high, a little bit higher, and about 18 inches deep on this, I believe. Now, you're looking at the drawers here, 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers rather than 5. You're not going to get those slimline drawers up top, but this is good for bulk storage, okay? If you got some of the bigger tools, you can put some tools down in there. I do say, however, remember, a lot of people think drawers are a place where tools go to die. Makes it hard to remember what's in there. You want to put some labels on there, make sure you don't forget. Now, often this is used as a stacking cart. You can put other toolboxes on top of it, but in this case, maybe you just want it as a roll-around tool cart. Being a little bit taller, it's going to make it a little bit easier to use in that kind of situation. Use it as a work surface. Again, maybe putting a wood top on it if that's what you want. Now let's go look at the more traditional Craftsman. Now I have some of these. This is the Craftsman 2000 series, allegedly made a little better. I will tell you, I like to call them the Finger Slicer 3000 because the edges of this thing there's so many sharp little edges on this. Do watch out for that. You are getting 5 drawers, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're getting a little slimmer, makes them a little more flexible kind of use kind of stuff. You can put the smaller stuff up top, the bigger stuff down beneath. It's got like some peg kind of spots over on the side. I will say this. I was truly, truly disappointed when I bought these. Now, I bought these for a specific use case. as tool stands. All right, hold a miter saw just great. A sanding platform, it's perfect for that. I would say even for like maybe one of those bench top, any of the bench top tools, grinders, band saws, all that kind of stuff. These are not a bad solution for that. The price isn't fantastic though at $334. I got mine on sale, store discount, and I had a gift certificate. So that's why I chose to go with that. Also, yeah, I got a soft spot for Craftsman. I admit it looks good. I love seeing the Craftsman name in the black and the red on that, but the build quality is just not what it used to be. Now they do have another version. This is again the 2000 series. It's a few bucks more, and it's the 27-inch 5 drawer. It's a tad bit higher than the other one, and again you're still paying that Craftsman kind of tax when it comes to the price. The drawers, again, they're going to be 100-pound support on the drawers because they do have these slightly upgraded rails on it. You're not going to want to super load them down with sockets, but it will hold some kind of tools in there. You're not going to be completely left out. Now, if you want something that's really made like a tank, you're going to look at the U.S. General. These boxes are solid. Now, unfortunately, the rails that they put in them are not any better, I don't believe, than this. I believe they're still rated at 100 pounds last I checked. Now, you're getting a lot more drawers in this, as you notice. With a height, I'm just double checking, with a height here of 26 5/8. Now, this is made as a bottom box, so it's not going to be super high. The weight on this thing, as I said before, it's 186 pounds. This is not a lightweight product. But this, I've had these in trailers, hauled them back and forth full of tools across the U.S., and they hold up just fine. I see U.S. General boxes, the top boxes for this, used as tool boxes on tow trucks and all sorts of stuff. So these boxes are built to last. They have a good work surface on top. This isn't the kind of thing where you'll need to put a wood block on there just to sturdy it up and make sure you have a solid surface. You'll be fine with the rubber mat that's on this. And at $359, you're in that same kind of price category as the other ones. A better built box for sure. Now, that said, though, if these probably go on sale more often than the, or at least for a lower price, and there's ways to get them a bit cheaper than you're going to get for the U.S. General. And if all you're going to use it for is something like a tool stand, think about it, because if, like with this, those are really thin drawers, all right? So if you need to put a bunch of tools, hand tools or stuff like on this one, let me go back to this. So what I do with this is, in one of these, if I got a miter saw on it, everything that goes in here are miter saw tools. I've got the if it needs an Allen wrench or something to change the blade, that kind of stuff, it goes in there. I'll have different blades in there. I'll have all sorts and I always put safety glasses for each tool. I'll put safety glasses in there. There's safety glasses I wear, and then just in case I don't happen to be wearing them, I have one at every workstation. But like in the sander, I'll put all my sanding stuff for the shop in those drawers. I'll have sanding discs up top. I'll have different spindles in there, and I'll have safety glasses, of course. And then the bottom, often I'll have other sanders. I'll have a detail sander. I'll have a random orbital sander. So all my sanding stuff for my shop is in one toolbox. With this one, you can do it, but it makes it a little bit harder because you have so many of the smaller drawers there. All right, now, as I said, I also did a video on this one. These are both the videos that I've done. You can go check out. I'll put a link behind it. This is where I did one where I decided to switch to this from this box because, again, I wanted that top usable space. I wanted to be able to do work on top of it. And since I'm not in a shop, I don't need to lock it up at the end of the night. Now, if you're over at Menards, they've got the Performax option. It's $338. That's, of course, with the ever-present 11% mail-in rebate. This is a nice little box. You got 5 drawers on it. It's not going to be super heavy duty. It's not in the same kind of category as the U.S. General. I will say I think it's a higher category than the Husky, probably even a higher category than the Craftsman. I'm sorry, I'm just really kind of upset about what they've done with Craftsman. So if you're looking for Menards, and there's a lot of Menards in the central U.S., great place to shop, that may be the option you go with. Now, here's one that is going to be a real your mileage may vary kind of thing. That is over at Walmart. They've got the Hart boxes. Now, I've talked about this recently, and they are clearing these out. They had the stacking version where it didn't have the wood top, and then you could get the bottom and the top. Those are pretty much impossible to find now. But this, as a rolling tool cart, is a fantastic option. It's a step above the Husky and the Craftsman, not quite to the level of the Harbor Freight. They've got soft closed drawers if you like that sort of thing. Honestly, not my favorite. A much more solid handle than you'll see on a lot of the more or less expensive carts. This used to be a $500 or a $400 box, so that's to be assumed there they're going to do some better finishing like that. On top of it, it's got the power strip on the side. It's got 2 USB ports. Makes it great as a portable workstation. You can bolt stuff down to that wood top. Use it for a drill, benchtop drill press, or a miter saw, or sanders, or any of that kind of stuff. And again, you can use the bottom storage for all the other stuff. You're looking at 100 pounds per drawer. This is a great cart if you can find it. Now it says check availability near you. Probably going to show up that it's not there. I have tons and tons of people reported to me that they looked online, it didn't show up, and then they went in the store and they're able to hunt one down. Again, they're probably not going to leave them where they normally are. They may be over in the lawn and garden section. They may be off in a corner. You got to hunt for them. That's why we call it deal hunting, not deal getting. Now, as far as getting something shipped to you, an easy solution, that's not quite as easy to find, because you go on. The problem is here, let me back this up. The problem is that when you go and you buy stuff online, they have to ship it, and these boxes are big. They may not be super heavy, but they're still big, and they get damaged easily. So they got to pay for the shipping. They got to pay for the insurance on this. You're looking at $307 for this Seville. Looks like it belongs in a kitchen more than any place else. Maybe that's where you want to use it. Anyway, you got 4 drawers and a larger cabinet on the side. You know what? That'd be kind of useful maybe as a welding setup or something like that. Put a welder up on there. You could put like your welding helmet and stuff in the side box, and then all your other stuff in the other boxes. Anyway, whatever you want to do with that. Now, my absolute favorite cabinet that I found so far is this one from Whitner. And why do I like this? 1, 2, well, it looks like it's like a multi-drawer. It's 2 drawers and a fridge. I had to throw this one in here. That is pretty awesome, isn't it? I wish it came in other colors. $421. It's expensive for a fridge, but pretty cool as something to throw into your workshop. It does have working drawers on the top too, so there is that. But anyway, if you want to go with that, and just having some fun there. Anyway, let me know what you think. In the world of tool cabinets, as I said, there's a lot to choose from and a lot of different price points. Do you go with the super heavy duty, not icons, but the US General, or do you go with the more lightweight Husky ones? Do you have the Craftsman? If you do, I wear gloves around them. They are sharp. Anyway, we're going to keep doing this. We're going to look at medium-sized boxes. We're going to look at larger-sized boxes. And then we're going to cover prosumer, and then eventually the pro-level boxes. You know, the Snap-ons and the Matcos and the icons and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Don't forget to check us out over on Facebook. We got the tool group over on Facebook, 100,000 users over there, finding all sorts of sweet deals, answering questions, that sort of stuff. And if you want to see some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, check us out over on the old Instagram and the TikToks. You can see some of the stuff with tools we do. We can see a lot of the family stuff, going to the rodeo, going fishing, traveling, camping, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's all the bear has for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.